I really, okay. Okay, Shubham is in metro, that's fine. Okay. But I think somebody sent me a problem statement which was very wrong. Okay. कौन था वो मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है. एक सेकेंड. अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आया है उसको लेके, तो वी वुड लव टू. यस, इट्स शुभम ओनली. Okay, so Shubham, you mentioned that first problem statement you mentioned disability features. Okay, every disabled person facing problems and difficulties during using any digital media. But like this is very incomplete problem statement. It is not leading anywhere. Okay, what disability you're talking about, and it's how an app will help them. Okay. First of all, please mention the entire problem statement. This is just like मतलब बहुत ऊपर ऊपर से कुछ तो भी लिखा है, ठीक है? And the next thing you're talking about property dealing. That can be a problem statement, but please mention it in a very elaborative manner. Also, mention more problems related to the real estate and all. Okay. So come up with the second problem statement. I think that looks better. Make it fair. And there was another person, जो see, when you write a problem statement, you start talking about that's why, you write down problems and then you say, that's why I'm going to create an application which will solve this and that problems and all. Okay. So I have seen, like, I think someone has written that in their problem statement, solution they have given. So you check out other case studies also. Nobody writes solutions in their problem statement, even if they're writing. It's like a very normal person like you and me. Somebody have made the mistake of putting solutions in their problem statement. Okay, so please don't do that. Write only like mention only problems. Solution will talk separately, right? So don't ever write down that I'm creating an application that will solve this and that problem. All right, so be clear on that part. All right. Baki, otherwise it's fine. All right, so today we are going to have another UX exercise that is a very, very important exercise, that is user research. Okay, so everything is dependent on this exercise. All your data collection and all will be from here. So let me share the screen. Okay, so after writing down the problem statement, the only thing we are going to mention over here is the design process, which is very important. Okay, and I think I have explained a design process to you in the last sessions also, but right now we'll discuss in details. And this is a common design process that every designer follows, even though if he or she is a fresher, or they are a freelancer, or they are working in any company, they do follow this kind of design process. There are two design process that usually people follow. So first design process is called as 6D design process. Okay, so why 6D? Because these terms, these words are all starting with the D. So discover, define, design, develop, deploy, drive, right? So all these words are starting with D. That's why it's called as 6D design process. But there's an issue with this design process is mostly as a designer, we are like अपन बस designing तक ही काम करते हैं. We don't do the development, deployment. These all things are done by the developer. Correct. So technically, if we see, look at this 6D design process, our work is to discover, define, and design. So from here, this part is done by a developer. So if you're working in any kind of project where you have developers team also and designers team also, and together you're creating an application or a website, and you're handing it to the client, at that time you can use the 6D design process, where other three terms will be completely depend on the developer. But our job is discover, define, and design. So at this moment, we do not have any developers on our team. We are just the designers, correct? So that's why we will go with the another design process, which is this one. And over here, there are 5 phases in this design process, and all these phases are mostly towards the UX part, first of all, and then to the UI part, and then to the testing part. So completely based on our as a designer part. So let's see what all this process or what all these phases are. So first phase is discover phase, which right now we are in. We are going to do research and we are going to conduct user interviews. We are going to learn these topics today. So we are in the discovering phase. That means we are going to discover the pain points of our users, problems of our users. Then we'll be talking about wants and needs, goals, and all about users. So we are just discovering what exactly our users' wants and needs are, and we will be evaluating that. So this is a very basic stage at the moment. So that is why we have the research part in this discover phase. Then again, we can also talk about the competitive analysis. That is mostly like, again, competitive analysis. That means you are going to have competitors in the market. And again, you're discovering your competitors. That means you're discovering, you're, evaluating their strength and weaknesses. You're searching for that, commonality between you and your competitions. You're checking out this, most importantly, you're checking out the opportunities, correct? So all these things you're again discovering about what are the, like, what is the current flow of users with the competitions. अगर आप travel application बना रहे हो, then for the travel application, what is the current flow of users? Where are the trigger points? Where are the pain points? So every single thing you're discovering. And then again, you'll be making your own USP and all that stuff. So again, it's a discovery phase. So these three exercises will come under discover phase, and it all these exercises are the UX exercises. Okay. After that, we come to define phase. So whatever data you have collected in the discovery phase, you will be, having a detailed analysis about those data. So for that, we have some exercises. First exercise will be user persona. You'll be talking about personalities. You'll be creating a fictional character, and again, we'll be talking about pain points and all. Empathy mapping, that means what a user sees, thinks, and does about your particular product. Then journey mapping, in that we'll be learning about user scenarios and uh, storyboarding exercises. Again, all this five to not 5 to 6, these are almost like 8 exercises dependent only on the UX part. So till here, you get the entire idea about what your like आपका application किस solution पे based होना चाहिए. You get a complete backbone to that particular solution that you will be giving. You will be having your data. You'll be having all the research, right? And then after that, we'll be having ideate phase, where we'll be doing some UI exercises. Again, it can be counted into UX only because we don't start designing part at this moment. Okay, we are talking about the phases of our application. That means how the home page is going to look like, where will the user travel after the home page, how will be the journey be. So you will be having a roadmap, you'll be like designing a roadmap, and that will be completely in a tree diagram like shape. Like if a user clicks on a home page or any product, where will they go, what will they read, how can where can they can interact, and all that stuff will be there. So user flow exercises, information architecture exercise, all this will be done under ideate phase. Mostly these exercises are the UI exercises. Then we have design. So then again, we take Figma, we take uh, frames and start designing. We do wireframes, low fidelity wireframe, high fidelity wireframe. Simultaneously, we also do the prototyping. That means we make a full-fledged application which is not developed yet, but the design is ready and you can interact in the prototype mode, right? So वो अपन करते हैं, we do that in design phase, and then we do usability testing. That means we send our design to potential users, we ask them to give feedback, and then we work on those feedback, all the negative part. So this is a design process. You can also, okay, so whatever stuff I'm telling you, please try to have your own notebook, a pen and paper with you. Try to write down each and every stuff that I'm explaining. You can also try to take screenshots, like you can take a screenshot of this design process so that uh, it will be helpful, correct? But please make your own notes, okay? All right. Till here, if you have any doubts, you can ask your doubts, or else you can put thumbs up in the chat box, like you have that emojis, right? You can put thumbs up and
One question.
yes, please.
See, this discover and empathize is same word.
Huh.
Mm.
This one,
Empathize. I mean, discover.
empathy.
No, not empathy.
Huh.
1 second. Empathize, no?
Empathize is going to come in define phase.
Define phase,
Okay.
okay.
Why? I'll tell you, because see, discover में empathy नहीं आएगा, या फिर you're not going to empathize with your users, because right now you don't know your users.
Okay.
You don't know your target audiences, you don't know what problems they are facing. So you're discovering that, right? And
Okay.
after that, you can empathize. So all these exercises will be very much catered to how you can empathize with your users, right? So it will come in the define phase.
Okay.
So yeah, like that is again another phase you can add or rename define phase as an empathizing phase also.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So then we'll move on to the research part. Can anyone tell me what do you understand by research? Just like a normal term, research.
Basically, understanding about the product.
Okay, but yeah, but like
In
what do you do in research?
uh,
You
okay,
collect
Hello,
yeah, we collect data from the users.
Yes, yes, correct.
हेलो
Yes, Tanmay.
या हाँ मतलब मैं वही रिसर्च का ही कहने वाला था कि जैसे इन्होंने बोला कि हाँ कि कोई कलेक्टिव इंफॉर्मेशन कोई प्रोजेक्ट जैसे बना रहे तो उसके ऊपर लाइक हम कैसे स्टडी पहले करते हैं, काफ़ी
Correct.
सारी चीज़ें आइडियाज कलेक्ट करते हैं, देन वी पुट सम रफ स्केच एंड ऑल, देन वी डू द देन वी डू इट दैट फेयर वर्क, तो वही.
Okay, okay. Yes, right. So, uh, so I was not asking about user research, just like a normal word research. If you're a graduate student, you might have had dissertation as a, you might have done thesis or dissertation or
यस
research
यस यस.
last year, correct? So you were just collecting information regarding your topic, whatever the topic can be, okay? So this is so it's the same thing. Research is like digging out all the information regarding that particular topic. So that's what scientists do. But they take lot and lot of time to, okay, they analyze a lot of stuff, but like they take years and decades to come up with kind of solution. But again, we don't have that much time. So we are going to dig out all the information. For that, we will be doing surveys and all. We'll be talking to our users. We'll be taking information from them. And all that data, all that information is actually nothing but user research. Okay. So let's say you are going to work on a certain topic and you have to take out information of your user. So without knowing your user's problems, can you create a solution? Can you give a solution without knowing proper problems and
No, ma'am, no.
right? So you cannot design with confidence, correct? At that time, it's like you don't know what solution to provide and you're just putting the interface out there, and you don't know how the flow is going to be, you don't know how the user journey is, you don't know the pain points, right? So for that, research is done, user research is done. And when you have user research in your hand, so you remember one thing very clearly, even if it's your freelancing project, okay, whatever projects you'll be working on in your future, try to do user research. Okay, try to collect information, try to have that data in your hand so that it will be easier for you to come with solutions. Okay, so that you can do designs with confidence. Okay, so all right, so uh, design is kind of a back and forth process. How? Because a lot of time when you do like empathy mapping exercises, when you do persona exercises, what happens is you have to know certain kind of information that maybe your research and all that stuff, your data might not have. Okay, so maybe आपको फिर से सर्वेस करने पड़ते हैं, आपको फिर से डेटा कलेक्ट करना पड़ता है just to understand or just to fulfill that particular point in those kind of exercises. ठीक है, तो it's kind of like a back and forth process, but anyways ज़्यादा ज़रूरत तो नहीं होगी इसकी. If we go into the technicality, reading out the details or the definition of what user research is, research is a systematic study to gather insight that will drive and inform your UI UX design decisions. So let's skip the technical part because it is little bit difficult for us to understand what exactly they want to say. So let me break down the research part in a much more easier way by understanding three parameters of users. What are these three parameters? You can also note this down. It all depends on the behavior, motivation, and need of user. Okay. So how do you understand the need, motivation, and behavior part? Okay. How do you analyze it? So let's take some hypothetical situation for this. Let's take some scenarios in this just to understand the need, motivation, and behavior part. First thing, we'll just get to the need part. Okay. So let's take a persona whose name is Vishal. Again, Vishal is a student, a high school student, let's say, or he is in school days. And he is all of a sudden he is really enthusiastic about learning a new sport, which is badminton. Okay. And he has some drive in himself, he has some motivation, some from some part it is coming. Okay, so let's take a sport and the product related to sport. Maybe we can talk about Yonex company, maybe we can talk about Babolat company and their product. So we do make websites regarding these products, right? We A client can come up to you, say they are asking you to create uh, you know maybe let's say shoes website, or maybe related to clothing website, or maybe related to a skincare product website. Okay, so for that we also do product research, little bit of product research. So agar just a minute. So Vishal wants to learn this new sports called badminton. He is getting motivated because let's create a scenario where he has participated in some basic school level competition, and he figured out that he's really good at this sport. He can do something in this sport, and a motivation for Vishal to play this sport is coming maybe from his dad also. His dad is sport enthusiast. His dad is playing badminton since his childhood, and his dad has won some state level trophies and all. So from there motivation is coming for Vishal to go in the sport. But sport over here is not our product. The product is going to be, let's say, Yonex shoes, Yonex rackets, or else Yonex grip, and all those products. Okay, we are going to make a website of this particular products, shoes website. So why would Vishal be in need to buy a particular Yonex company shoes? वो तो normal sport shoes से भी खेल सकता है. He can like he might have a sport shoes. He can play with that shoes. But again, there is a need of when you play in court, there are indoor courts, right? When you play in those courts, there is a certain requirement that you need to have a proper or a certain grip of shoes. And there is a requirement of indoor, what they call it, on court shoes. You cannot just take your normal sport shoes in the court and play with those shoes. So that's why he's in need of some kind of shoes. So why exactly Onyx shoes? Maybe he is understanding that a lot of Yonex is dominating in the market because all of his seniors is playing with Yonex shoes. And when he is talking with his seniors are recommending that Yonex has good, maybe they are giving best comfort. The grip is very proper of Yonex. You won't get like skid on the court. And then they have a lot of comfort, right? So you won't be like, you won't have to bother if you're wearing that particular product. So that is where the need comes from, okay, of using that particular product because of the comfort, because of the sizes, because of the proper grip, and because of the quality. Then again, motivational part can again come from the seniors also. It's coming from his dad part also, but again from seniors also, that he is getting motivated because he's again seeing ऐसा होता है ना, we get influence from our surroundings, right? People are using those products, we get influence, so that's where the motivation come from. Then behavior is more certainly depend on your emotional state. When you use a certain product, what is your emotional state? Now let's say for women, we have all kind of beauty products in the market. When you use a high priced beauty product, when you use that, what is your behavior? Do you feel happy using that product? Do you feel sad using that product? Same thing will go towards the Yonex shoes. If you're wearing the shoes, you're comfortable, so that will never make you sad. So what is your emotional state? You're happy, you're comfortable, correct? So behavior comes from that. And most importantly, you have to understand need, okay? नीड का बहुत बेसिक है. अभी जैसे अगर आप एक ब्यूटी लाइन में हो, आपको तरह तरह के फाउंडेशंस एंड लिप शेड्स आपको मार्केट में लाने हैं, एंड योर टारगेट ऑडियंसेस आर इंडियंस, करेक्ट? सो इंडियंस के बहुत सारे स्किन टोन्स होते हैं. वी आर डार्कर स्किन, वी आर फेयर स्किन. And if you're catering, if you have done the market research only for the fairer skin and you're not catering to that darker skin girls, तो फिर again उनका need आप समझ ही नहीं रहे हो फिर. What are their needs? What are their expectations from the brand? Correct. So need comes from there. And again, it's very easy to get this all data. You just have to talk to your target audiences. Okay. And before getting into research, one thing you have to be very specific who your target audiences are going to be. Okay. अभी मुझे आप एक बात बताओ. If you're making an application on EV charging stations, okay, there are so many electric vehicles in the market, correct? So everyone needs a EV charging. They wants to know कि भाई EV का charging station कहाँ पे है 500 kilometers में. So they can track it on that app. They will know that over here we will get a EV charging station. So who will be your target audiences?
जो
जिनके
मतलब
पास
ईवी,
इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल है.
Yeah, like obviously जिनके पास electric vehicles है. Moreover, can you talk about
एंड
the yeah,
एंड मतलब जो लेने वाले होंगे स्पेशली वो उनका मेन टारगेट वो भी हो सकता है.
and what will be the age group?
अभी जैसे मोस्टली अराउंड 30
Okay.
30 अराउंड हो सकता है.
Yes. सो ईवी तो गाड़ी तो 18 साल के ऊपर के लोग चलाते हैं. इवन if you are 30-year-old and we are buying a new electric vehicle, your son or your daughter can also drive it, correct? So if
Hmm.
18 plus, so we legally get license after 18. So your
18
target
हाँ
audience is, you should write your target audiences age group as 18 to 50
प्लस
years old plus.
हाँ.
Okay. And male female both are going to be your target audiences, करेक्ट? तो ये आपको फिक्स करके चलना होता है.
Hmm.
ओके. ऑलराइट, एनी डाउट स्टिल हियर?
No.
तो नहीं लेकिन मुझे थोड़ा लाइक पुराने क्लास का थोड़ा ओवरव्यू अगर मिल जाता है.
ओके ओके, आई विल गिव यू ओवरव्यू आफ्टर दिस सेशन.
या श्योर नो प्रॉब्लम.
All right. So how to exactly prepare for user research?
Hmm.
First of all, you have to understand what your research goal is. Then you have to prepare some research questions. And then
Hmm.
there are research methods. Okay. Maybe you might have learned about research methods in your BTech and all. but I'm going to repeat it anyways over here again. So first, let's understand what research methods are. Then we'll understand about goals and questions.
Okay.
All right. तो यहाँ पे आते हैं.
Hmm.
There are two types of research methods that are usually been followed. One is quantitative research and another one is qualitative research. There is a difference between this particular research and it is very easy to understand. You can analyze data through quantitative analysis or qualitative analysis. So what exactly quantitative analysis is? It's any data that can be measured or that can be counted और that has a numerical value to it. ठीक है. So अभी अगर मैं बोलूँ कि हमारे cohort में there are three boys and one girl, okay, 3 male and 1 female. So I'm talking in a numerical value, 3:1 ऐसा, right? You can say that today we had rain precipitation around 80%, or maybe you're counting the rain precipitation in millimeters, you have the counting machine and all. So whatever data is provided in a numerical value, you can put that particular data as, you can count it as a quantitative analysis. तो mostly जो researches होते हैं, so you see, you might have seen this kind of pie chart, graph charts, correct?
Yeah.
And all these are always in a numerical value. So you can see this a question's answer in in a numerical value. So this can be counted. So this particular data, entire data is in a quantitative analysis. And just the opposite of that is qualitative analysis. The data you have in a descriptive format. ठीक है. जो questions starts with, like any question is open-ended questions. That means starts with why and how. Okay. Why did you join this cohort? It's always going to have a descriptive answer. Okay. How did you come to this particular academy? It's always going to have a descriptive answer. So these are called as open-ended questions, which starts with how and why. Okay. Close-ended questions जो होते हैं वो quantitative analysis में होते हैं. These are always in multiple choices. That means आप कोई भी question जो multiple choice का question होता है ना, can you tell me your gender, male or female? So this is a multiple choice question. This always going to be a close-ended question. So when you have close-ended question, when you form a questionnaire with the close-ended questions, the analysis will be counted under quantitative analysis. ठीक है. And open-ended questions जब भी होंगे, it will have descriptive answers, it will be qualitative analysis. तो आप दोनों cater कर सकते हो. ठीक है. Mostly, I would recommend you guys to go with quantitative analysis, cause कोई भी analysis को एक अगर numerical value आ जाता है ना, so that makes another kind of impression. Okay. आपने अगर बोला कि my website, after revamping a website, the traffic on my website has increased 15%. So that 15 figure is going to talk a lot. Okay. So क्वांटिटेटिव एनालिसिस में यूजुअली आप रिसर्च करना प्रेफर करो. ऑलराइट. अगेन, सो this research is, there are again methods like how can you do this research. First thing is you can take interviews. आप इंटरव्यू ले सकते हो, verbally asking questions. तो इंटरव्यू जो है वो दोनों में ले सकते हो. ठीक है. दिस राइट नाउ इट इज मेंशन इन क्वालिटेटिव. Okay, but you can also form questions because anyways you can form multiple choices of questions. तो वो quantitative में भी आ सकता है. So interview में you have to have some questionnaire ready. I'll be telling you how to have a questionnaire. Like यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो. मैं बताऊंगी कि किस टाइप के questions आप डाल सकते हो इंटरव्यू में. ठीक है. So interview is one way of taking like collecting data. Another type of method is focus group surveys. Focus group survey is like you have to, okay, अगर किसी को पता है what focus group surveys are, you can like start talking. If not, I will tell you.
लाइक वही होता है ना कि जो मतलब एक कुछ जैसे पब्लिकली जाके मतलब कुछ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल से पूछना है कि आपको इसके बारे में क्या, मतलब कोई जैसे होता है कि आप कैसे बताऊं, जैसे कि लाइक कोई
हम्म
फोन का मॉडल आने वाला है, अगर वो उसके हम पब्लिकली जाके पूछेंगे कि आपको इस फोन के बारे में क्या कहना है, कि कैसा लग रहा है ये, तो ये वो चीज का डाटा इकट्ठा करने का वही होगा ना इसमें। हेलो।
ओ,
तो इंटरव्यूज में जाएगा।
हाँ
अगर हम पूछ रहे हैं कि सबको, तो फोकस ग्रुप में जो हमारे टारगेट टारगेट ऑडियंस जो होगी, जो यूज करने वाली है, उनका एक ग्रुप हम ढूंढ सकते हैं जो यूज करने वाले हैं, और एज अ ग्रुप उनसे बात करके डाटा कलेक्ट कर सकते हैं।
yes absolutely right. It's data collection only.
हम्म।
The only thing is, now let's say आप ईयरफोन्स कंपनी की वेबसाइट बना रहे हो, ठीक है, और
हम्म।
आपको पता है कि आपके दोस्त ईयरफोन, आपके कॉम्पिटिशन्स या आप ईयरफोन्स कोई ना कोई ब्रांड का तो यूज कर ही रहे, एंड
हम्म।
यू वाना कलेक्ट दोस डेटा. So what you'll do is, you can do this focus group survey online and offline also. You can call all of your friends, put them in a group, and give them a topic of discussion. Ki this is my new topic, earphones. Please talk about your own whatever products you're using. Talk about advantages, disadvantages, what is making you uncomfortable, and all that stuff. What do you think is the best part of your product? Okay. So they will start the discussion. You can do this on WhatsApp group also. You can call those people, put them in a group, and ask them to start a conversation, and you will be just taking out points from that conversation. ओके, आप पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर रहे हो, आप बस वो कन्वर्सेशन देख रहे हो, एंड यू आर जस्ट collecting the data. So that is what it is, focus group surveys. And this can also be like, there are so many websites online where you can get this focus groups done. Okay, so now you're also going to do some kind of case study. For that, you can do this focus group surveys also. You can just put it on Google. You'll get so many websites. Some are paid, some are unpaid. So go for the free ones. There are people from all over the world who can give you insights. बट अगेन, आपका अगर टारगेट ऑडियंस इंडिया का है, तो आप फॉरेन लोगों से आपके टॉपिक के बारे में नहीं पूछ सकते हो, अदरवाइज द डेटा विल बी इनवैलिड. ओके, then we have another way of researching, which is ethnography. So let's say you're creating a pet care application where you're talking about cats and dogs shelter. Okay, you're talking about adoption forms and all, where you're also talking about the veterinary and local NGOs who take care of cats and dogs. Okay, so you're creating an application of that. So to get extra knowledge of how these NGOs work and how this adoption process goes on, and how maybe nutrition process goes on, you can be involved, you can volunteer in some community or organization, check out how do they work. Okay, they have free Sunday volunteer and all that stuff they do. So you can check out how the process is, how do they take help, where the donation comes from, and you'll get extra knowledge regarding your own topic, correct? So that is ethnography research, to be a part of a community.
Okay.
So उसमें भी खुद का analysis होता है. Then we have literature review. You can read books, okay, and make a literature review out of it. After that, surveys. Now, this is a crucial one. Surveys. Surveys can be done by Google Forms and other kind of forms also. So you have a questionnaire ready, and you circulate the form in your target audiences. This is the best way of collecting data. Okay, and easiest way, I would say. You can just create a Google form, put a story that this is my topic, I really want to have your insight. People will start filling your form. You can
Yeah.
deepen them also, right? So this is
Mm-hmm.
the easiest way. I would recommend to take surveys for the process, for the research process. Okay, so these are the ways that you can collect data. But let's more importantly talk about how you can form the questionnaire, and how like आपको questions, आप जो questions लिखोगे वो topic पे stick करके कैसे लिखना है, and most importantly आपको data कैसे लेना है उससे, ठीक है? So there are, first of all, when you will create a form, you will have to ask a demographic question that will be name, age, gender, occupation. ये questions important है. You can also ask for their email address, okay? तो डेमोग्राफिक्स क्वेश्चंस पूछो, इससे आपको ये पता चलेगा कि कितने फीमेल है, कितने मेल है. इससे मेन लाइक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट इसमें एज एंड जेंडर ही होता है, ओके. एज से आपको ये पता चलेगा कौन से एज क्राइटेरिया की कौन सी प्रॉब्लम्स है. यू कैन आफ्टर दिस लाइक व्हेन यू विल डू पर्सोना एक्सरसाइज एंड ऑल, फॉर दैट दिस category is very important, age category and gender category. So make sure you ask these questions in demographics. And then we have something called as value based questions. So value based questions will be completely on your topic, on your product, okay.
Okay.
So let's I have an example for you. So you can read out this problem statement, okay. This is a travel application, and this is mostly like catered towards the solo travelers, okay. And okay, let's just read out this problem statement. Many solo travelers face challenges such as higher travel cost, language barrier, and lack of companionship. Also, people around them have different interests, and sometimes they wouldn't find the correct companion. Users have to depend on their friends to make plans and travel because solo traveling can be expensive and quite boring as well. Traditional travel apps are not designed to connect travelers with each other, making it difficult for solo travelers to find travel partners. So this is a very good problem statement. It is mostly catered towards solo traveler. And ऐसा moment जब all of our friends are planning a Goa trip and at the last moment everyone backs out, and there is a certain person like only one person who is very enthusiastic about this trip, and he or she has to travel alone. So for them, for those people, they can come on this application, they can ask, they can put the details of their trip, itinerary and all, and they can ask strangers to be a part of their trip, companions, okay. So this is the problem statement. So हाँ, ये भी है कि अगर स्ट्रेंजर्स है तो सेफ्टी एंड ऑल का इशू भी आता है बहुत ज़्यादा. सो उसके लिए सॉल्यूशंस भी दे सकते हैं, लाइक केवाईसी कर सकते हैं, आधार कार्ड, पैन कार्ड, सब डिटेल्स डाल सकते हैं, प्रोफाइल बना सकते हैं, हु इज, एंड जैसे वी हैव फॉलो रिक्वेस्ट एंड ऑल. सो इफ आई एम पुटिंग अ ट्रिप, आई कैन check people's profile, I can see if they are genuine and then accept their request and also ये सब solution में आता है. But anyways, you can now see what kind of value-based questions I have put in this, and how will these questions will help me get perfect insight, okay. So what is your age group? Okay, ये demographic में आएगा. First question will be, how often do you like to travel? So I would love to know the insight. Like, are people traveling every weekend, like Saturday, Sunday, or are people traveling every after 6 months or 3 months? I would love to have that insight. Okay. Then, with whom do you enjoy traveling the most? Family, friends, or solo? So, if I get 50 people, 50% of people, uh, you know, taking the solo thing in my from my multiple choice question, then I'll be happy with the outcome because I'm catering this application towards solo traveler, correct? So I would love to know how many people are enthusiastic about solo traveling. So that's why I've put this kind of question. Then what are the activities that you are interested to do? Trek, water, or other adventures. So I would love to see people are like, लोग कहाँ ज़्यादा ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, ट्रैकिंग को कर रहे हैं. सो आई विल क्रिएट माई इंटरफेस अकॉर्डिंगली कि मैं ट्रैकिंग पे ज़्यादा फोकस करूँ, ट्रैकिंग इंथुजियास्ट पे, क्योंकि मेरी ट्रैफिक ही वही है, करेक्ट. सो दैट वे आई एम आस्किंग द क्वेश्चन. Then do you have to depend on your friends or other people to make plans for your trip? Now this is the very important question in all these 10 questions, right? Do you have to depend on your friends? So I would love to know कि कितने लोग yes and no में answer करेंगे, right? Has your plans got cancelled because your friend backed out at the last moment? So, okay, this is again an important question. Like, how many people are dealing with the same problem? Okay. Then can you explain your frustration if plan got cancelled? Okay, so this is like talking about the behavior, emotional state. how do they handle this situation, कि मतलब frustration कहाँ पे निकालते हैं, कैसे निकालते हैं, क्या होता है exactly, correct? Then would you like to travel with other people who are having similar interests? Now this is the golden question, कि अभी it's not only about solo traveler. I want people to have companions with them, right? I want people to post ad about their trip, ask people to join their trip. So that's why I would love to know कि are people comfortable? Okay, so that's why I'll put this kind of question which will give me the exact insight कि कितने लोग are okay traveling with other people. What do you think are the advantages of traveling with different other people? Okay, तो ये भी अच्छा question है. Then a random question like, can you tell us a particular successful travel experience you had with other? What was your experience? तो ये कुछ अलग level का question है. But anyways, this from here, from second to the ninth question, this all added quite a value to my research. They will add quite value to my research, and they are strict, like वो जो questions मैंने cater किए हैं, that is mostly like the kind of insight I wanted. ठीक है, अगर मेरा बस ये एक आइडिया है कि मुझे कंपेनियंस को डालना है इसमें, तो कितना आप स्टडी करके बैकअप ला सकते हो. तो जूरी आपको ये पूछती है, ठीक है, whenever you will go for the interview, jury will ask you about what is the बैकबोन ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट और बैकबोन ऑफ दिस टॉपिक. तो आपको यहाँ पे रिसर्च डालना है, ठीक है. रिसर्च में क्वेश्चंस भी जो भी आपने पूछे हैं उसका एनालिसिस आपको बताना है. एंड ये जूरी को एक्सप्लेन करना है कि सी दिस आर माय एनालिटिक्स एंड दिस इज हाउ मच पीपल आर इंटरेस्टेड एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई एम क्रिएटिंग दिस एप्लीकेशन, राइट. तो इस तरीके से बैकअप मिलता है. Again, yeah, so you can see every single question. एक दो क्वेश्चंस ये इसमें से ऐसे होंगे कि जिसके डिस्क्रिप्टिव आंसर्स है. अदर क्वेश्चंस आर इनटू क्वालिटेटिव एनालिसिस. ओके, तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, आप पूरे क्वेश्चंस क्वालिटेटिव में ही डाल सकते हो, ठीक है, क्वांटिटेटिव साइड को रख सकते हो. तो आपको इस तरीके से एनालिसिस मिलता है एंड दिस यू हैव टू पुट इट इन योर केस स्टडी in the research section. यहाँ तक if you have any doubts understanding the questionnaire or anything else, you can ask the methods and all.
तो नहीं.
Okay.
अभी तो नहीं, मतलब ये तो समझ में आ गया है, लेकिन अगर हमें करना है सर्वे और ये सब चीजें, तो कैसे हेल्प हो सकता है, क्या यूज करना पड़ेगा, कैसे
Yeah, yeah.
ये डिस्क्रिप्शन बताएंगे तो थोड़ा।
Yes, I'll tell you. First of all, can all four of you, can you make Google Forms, or should I give you a little bit of a tutorial on that?
Yeah, I think it's better if we can give a small tutorial.
Tutorial, ठीक है.
Yes.
So I'll first explain you that. So you can go to this 9 dots you see over here, correct? यहाँ पे scroll down करोगे आप, you will see forms option. So click on the forms option. You can create a blank form from here. My storage is full, okay. So you go on forms, you create a new form, okay, then you get this interface. So over here, it's very easy. You write down your topic's name, okay, whatever you're creating. And then write down a little bit of description of your application. Then put your questions, like abhi jaise you're asking someone's name, right? So if you're asking a name, it cannot be a multiple choice question, obviously. So you can change from this 6 short answer question, right? This is done. You can make it required. That means compulsorily people will have to ask the write the answer. You can add a question. Now here you can ask gender. So gender, let's say male. So you get the suggestion, add all. Male, female, prefer not to say. Let's remove this. Male and female. You can again say it required. More questions. So like this, after this, you can just start putting your value-based questions, okay, one by one. Then once this is done, you can click on the share link. Okay, so share, you can click, not share, publish. Arey yaar, this interface is changed. Okay, once done, you have
मैम
to,
पब्लिश करके भी कर सकते हैं, लिंक कॉपी करके फिर हम सेंड कर सकते हैं सब।
yes, yes. So यहाँ पे पहले शेयर का ऑप्शन आता था, अभी पब्लिश का आ रहा है. Anyone with the link, you say publish,
फिर लिंक।
then you can just copy the link. So you got the link, copy, put it in your chat box, जिसको भी भेजना है आपको, ठीक है? After that, when people will start filling your form, right, you'll get responses over here. So this Google form is really smart. They will create pie charts and graph charts ready like for you. The analysis will be very easy. But again, I'll tell you more, like I would say ki more easier way to put information in pie chart. तो मैं आपको फ्राइडे को बताऊंगी. वो फिग्मा या फिगजाम में बहुत इजीली हो सकता है, तो वहां पे भी आप कर सकते हो. एक कलर स्कीम में आप यूज कर सकते हो उसको. Okay, so now what you have to do is, first of all, so your problem statements are finalized by me. After that, you have to write down the topic. Like you can put user research as a topic. आप कहीं पे भी डॉक्यूमेंट करो. अभी के लिए आपको फिग्मा पता नहीं है, तो आप पावरपॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन में डॉक्यूमेंट करो, दैट इज फाइन. So you write down, first of all, when you start with the research, you write down your target audiences. ठीक है? Age group लिखो, most importantly, that's it. Those are your target audiences. Okay. After that, you write down behavior, motivation and need of your product, of your services. ठीक है? तो प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट जो होता है वो दो तरीके का होता है यूजुअली. फर्स्ट, यू आर क्रिएटिंग अ प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड स्टेटमेंट. दैट मीन्स यू आर सेलिंग प्रोडक्ट्स टू पीपल. अभी जैसे योनिक्स का शूज हुआ, वो एक प्रोडक्ट है, ठीक है? जैसे स्किन केयर प्रोडक्ट्स हुए, वो भी एक प्रोडक्ट है. सो इफ यू आर क्रिएटिंग एन एप्लीकेशन, ई कॉमर्स एप्लीकेशन, दैट विल बी अ प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट. Next thing, you can also create a service-based product statement. Service-based statement. That means, let's say, मैंने जैसे एक एग्जांपल दिया था शेफ एप्लीकेशन का, ठीक है? अगर आप शेफ का एप्लीकेशन बनाते हो तो वो सर्विस का एप्लीकेशन है. जैसे अभी मार्केट में अर्बन कंपनी है, दैट्स अ सर्विस एप्लीकेशन, करेक्ट? तो ऐसे दो अलग अलग होते हैं. सो यू कैन चूज एनी वन, यू कैन कम अप विथ एनी वन. ऑलराइट. And okay, so once that is finalized, please write down behavior, motivation and need of that particular product. Okay. And this क्या कहते हैं, ये जो आप लिखोगे, ये जो डॉक्यूमेंट करोगे, दिस इज गोइंग टू बी फॉर योर ओन यूज. ओके, इसको आपको केस स्टडी में नहीं डालना है. ओके, सो ये आपके एनालिसिस के लिए है. आफ्टर दैट, I want you guys to send me more than 10 value based questions. So minimum you should come up with 10 value based questions. Maximum you can go to 15 also. Okay. So send me 10 value based questions, get it checked by me, and then you can create a Google form and circulate it, get insight, and after that you can just, तो वो डेटा हो गया, वहां तक हो गया. अब जब केस स्टडी बनाओगे तो आप वो टेम्पलेट में डालोगे बाद में, तो वहां तक ही करके रखो. ठीक है? सो योर असाइनमेंट इज क्लियर. आप पहले तो टारगेट ऑडियंसेस लिखो, फिर मोटिवेशन, नीड एंड बिहेवियर आपके खुद के लिए, खुद के अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए लिखो. Try to put it in the bullet points, okay, for better understanding. And then you have to send me 10, minimum 10 value based questions. Get it checked. Okay, so this is your assignment for today.
Okay, ma'am. Good.
Okay.
Okay, I have some questions.
Yes, yes.
So these are based on our this thing, problem statement that I've sent in
This
this
is,
event.
yes, this is completely your project, okay, your case study. So
Okay,
आपका जो प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट है उसी पे सब असाइनमेंट्स होंगे.
okay.
Yes. पूछो और आई थिंक यू आर.
हेलो.
यस, यस.
मतलब मैं यही कह रहा था कि एक बार इससे वो बता देंगे टारगेट ऑडियंस का जो मतलब की पॉइंट्स बता दे क्या क्या चीज़ है. ठीक है.
Yes, so target audience, first of all, your
नहीं मतलब वो जो असाइनमेंट के लिए आप जो की पॉइंट्स बता रहे थे मतलब मैं वो पूछ रहा हूँ.
अच्छा, असाइनमेंट यू वांट टू नो. ओके, एक सेकेंड. So first of all, you have to write down, you have to note the target audiences. ठीक है, उसके लिए एज ग्रुप आप लिखोगे, दैट इज फाइन. ये एज ग्रुप मेरा टारगेट ऑडियंस है. ओके. आफ्टर दैट यू हैव टू मेंशन बिहेवियर, मोटिवेशन एंड नीड्स ऑफ योर यूजर्स. ठीक है, ये आप रिसर्च के बाद भी लिखो तो भी चलेगा. ठीक है, क्योंकि नीड्स तो आपको बाद में पता चलेंगे, करेक्ट, डेटा आने के बाद. तो उसके बाद भी लिखा तो भी चलेगा. आफ्टर दैट व्हाट, सो दिस ऑल थिंग्स आर फॉर यू. आपको मुझे क्या भेजना है या फिर आप केस स्टडी में क्या डालोगे, दैट इज वैल्यू बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस. सो यू हैव टू सेंड मी मिनिमम 10 वैल्यू बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस एंड दोज वैल्यू बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस आर ऑफ योर ओन टॉपिक. ओके. तो एक्चुअल असाइनमेंट इज 10 वैल्यू बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस.
ओके. ठीक है.
मैं आपको बताती हूँ कि लास्ट सेशंस में हमने क्या क्या पढ़ा है. बट बिफोर दैट आप ये देखो, दिस इज फिगजाम फाइल. सो आई विल टेल यू हाउ टू डाउनलोड फिग्मा एंड ऑल. अभी भी आप डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे जा सकते हो, क्रोम पे फिग्मा डालोगे, आप वहाँ पे
मेरे पे
अकाउंट.
ऑलरेडी इंस्टॉल्ड है वैसे फिल्म.
ओके, ग्रेट. सो यू कैन रन फिग्मा ऑन क्रोम ऑल्सो. आप डाउनलोड भी कर सकते हो उसको. ठीक है, तो ये एक फिगजाम फाइल है. फिगजाम फाइल में वी गेट दिस pie chart and all. This is templates. This is loading. Okay, so see. So इसको एडिट कर सकते हो आप, इसके कलर्स चेंज कर सकते हो. ठीक है, जो भी आपकी वैल्यू आती है यू कैन चेंज दैट. यू कैन मेक देम मोनोक्रोमैटिक आल्सो. तो ये बहुत अच्छी बात है इसकी. दिस वे यू कैन ऐड, यू कैन डिलीट, यू कैन सी इट लुक्स वेरी गुड, वेरी प्रॉपर, एज इन अ ग्राफिकल वे, राइट. तो आप
Yes.
इसका यूज कर सकते हो एक बार डेटा आने के बाद. ठीक है, तो ये मैं आपको बताऊंगी फ्राइडे में, हाउ टू टेक दिस एंड ऑल. Okay, so in the last session, we actually had two sessions previously. First was talking about UI and UX, giving introduction on those two topics. Okay, after that we had important session on problem statement. So that is your first assignment, to bring problem statement. So assignment was to bring at least two problem statements to me, जो फिर मैं आपका एक कोई तो भी चूज करूंगी एंड यू कैन फर्दर ऑन क्रिएट अ केस स्टडी अबाउट इट. ठीक है, तो प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट कैसे लाना है, क्या क्या ध्यान में रखना है आपको. आई थिंक रिकॉर्डिंग प्रोवाइड की है ना, करेक्ट.
हाँ की तो है वैसे.
आपने देखी रिकॉर्डिंग.
वैसे हाँ मतलब चालू किया तो था बट अभी तक ठीक से देखा नहीं मतलब बस देखा नहीं मतलब देखूंगा अभी.
ठीक है, आप पहले सेशन 2 देखो, प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट. यू कैन चेक आउट दैट रिकॉर्डिंग, तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि असाइनमेंट क्या है. तो आप झटा लाइक फटाफट मुझे भेज सकते हो असाइनमेंट. फिर बाद में यूआई यूएक्स का इंट्रोडक्शन देख लेना आप.
ठीक.
ओके.
Yeah, I have one question.
यस.
So in the opening this evening, I've sent you two problem statement. No? So
या.
you selected the second statement, which is about the traveling. I mean travel application. Sorry, the comparison of applications. Right.
यस.
So why didn't you go for the first one? So what are the drawbacks?
It's become majorly because, so when you are a fresher, You don't understand how to come with the solution, and all that things you cannot cater it very like क्या कहते हैं अभी immediately. तो उसके लिए competitions का होना बहुत important रहता है. So you need to have competitions in market.
Okay.
And you will have a better idea if you choose travel application as your first project. So आपको बहुत सारे competitions मिलेंगे, and you will also have references on Behance to
Okay.
understand कि how to come up with a solution, how the interface is going to look like, correct? तो इसलिए मैंने वो ट्रैवल वाला चूज किया कि आप फिर कंफ्यूजन में ना हो, बिकॉज अदरवाइज व्हेन लाइक बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि स्टूडेंट को समझता नहीं कि क्या करूँ एंड देन दे जस्ट लीव द केस स्टडी, दे
Okay.
वोंट टेक फॉलो अप, राइट?
Mhm.
क्योंकि कुछ रेफरेंसेस नहीं मिलते, कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है.
Okay.
दैट्स व्हाई एज अ फर्स्ट केस स्टडी यू कैन हैव अ कॉमन केस स्टडी, दैट इज फाइन. तो नेक्स्ट
Okay.
आप करोगे तो आपको आइडिया होगा हाउ थिंग्स वर्क्स, आपको समझेगा कि एक्सरसाइजेस में क्या क्या होता है, कैसे कैसे एनालिसिस आता है, एंड देन यू कैन गो विद दैट प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट.
Okay.
बट मेक श्योर दैट योर प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट्स हैव कॉम्पिटिशंस इन द मार्केट एग्जिस्टिंग. ओके,
Okay. Okay.
ऐसा नहीं कि कोई हाइपोथेटिकल है, नहीं.
Okay.
यस.
Okay. Actually, I was focusing to make like sort of comparison like application.
कंपैरिजन.
Yeah.
ओके.
Comparison in the sense, if I'm going for a, let's say I'm taking make my trip and Ixigo. If I want to compare the price of two application at the same time about the let's say I'm booking a flight to Kerala from Pune to Kerala. So I need to compare the price of two different applications. So I need a particular application for comparing these prices
ओके.
instead of switching the apps.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's what I wanted to do. I mean, make.
Yeah, that also sounds good. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
So actually, that's what I've mentioned in that problem statement. So
yes,
basically, I wanted to come up with a solution. Solution in the sense like I have to make an application, which we as the user is able to compare the price of a same flight, same ticket in two different applications.
correct. तो
Yeah.
एक ही में दोनों चीजें हो जाएगी.
Yes, like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
That, so this you want to integrate as a USP in your travel application.
That sounds good.
Yeah, you can add this as a feature.
Yeah,
You
that
add a small button, compare prices.
yeah.
You can ask them to select the apps like Kiss Pay, Make My Trip, or whatever the things are. You can ask them to select and then put a filter like किसका ज्यादा है, किसका कम है, and all. So you
That
can introduce this as a feature.
okay.
Yes,
That we also goes.
yes.
Okay. Then okay, I have done some practice work in Figma, like just
Oh,
UI
yeah.
parts. So I will share that works with you in WhatsApp, like just UI only.
No. Do one thing. You share your screen right now so I can see it.
No, it's not in this PC. It's in different PC.
Okay, so you send me the link, I'll open it.
Right now, I mean, it's in office. So I
Okay,
will
it's not here right now. Okay.
not here.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So your problem statement is finalized. Kajal, did you send me?
यस मैम, मैंने दो भेजे थे, एक मेड सर्विस वाला और
हाँ.
अ,
Maid service, yes.
आपने वो फाइनलाइज किया था.
Yes, correct.
हम्म.
इसका ऑलरेडी शार्क टैंक में एक पूरा एपिसोड है मेड सर्विसेज को लेके. यू शुड चेक दैट आउट.
ओके मैम.
उनका भी एप्लीकेशन है, तो कंपटीशन में आप ले सकते हो. एंड उनको डील भी मिली है शायद, सो चेक इट आउट.
ओके मैम, आई
यस.
विल. थैंक यू.
ओके. शुभम का तो मैंने बताया, शुभम को प्रॉब्लम्स. व्हाट अबाउट विक्रम? यस विक्रम.
Yes,
You also joined, like you're also new person or what? New student today. Like, did you attend last sessions?
yeah, this is my first session.
Okay, yours is okay. Yours is also first. Okay.
Ma'am, one thing.
Yes.
So I will revise.
Yes, Rahul, you talk.
So I have the link of one work, UA work.
Okay, chalega.
So
Share it.
in chat box, can I?
Yeah, paste it. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay.
I think it's loading up the images.
You did this?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
basically, I was practicing. I've done few more
You're a
works.
graphic designer, what?
Yeah, I've done a BFA in finance.
Oh, that's why this is so neat and clean. Okay, your UI skills are really good.
So, and I've been working in an advertising agency as a junior visualizer, like
Okay.
7 years back.
Okay.
Yeah, and after that, I have not touched anything.
All right.
And
Okay.
recently, I just started using Figma.
Acha, you already started learning Figma.
Yes, YouTube tutorials.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, this looks good. Okay.
Which I did around 7, 8 months back.
Array, okay. So you used icons like this, like you drew the icons.
Yes.
Or what about here?
Sorry.
यहाँ पे, how did you take the icons?
Some icons I've taken from Google. Some I've
Okay.
drawn.
All right. So there are plugins, so you don't have to do all this stuff. You can search for Iconify plugin if you know how to do it. So you can go to this part, right? This is called as actions. You can see there is a tab called plugins and widgets. You can search for Iconify plugin. Run it, and then you can get icons over here.
Okay.
Let's say you want a home page icon. So you can like take a look. There are so many, right?
Okay.
Whichever you like it, you can drag it and use it in your project.
I used to get it from assets, like some icons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, so that is the easier way. ठीक है. But yeah, this is good. As a beginner level, this is really good.
Yeah, I've done a few more projects. Like
Okay.
I was just opening it up. Like
ठीक है. इसका थोड़ा shadow effect, you can blur it out a little bit. Okay. And this all things ठीक है. Buttons अभी के लिए ठीक है, but we'll learn auto layout and all, so it will be easier in that. Alignment.
okay.
Okay. All right. Share your Rust projects also, so I'll take a look.
Yes, I'm just finding it out.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is good.
Yeah, recently I've done one HMI. Actually, basically, I wanted to make a project in HMI, human machine interface.
Okay.
So regarding automotive industry.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would like to do a project on that.
This is also in Figma, na?
Yeah, Figma.
Okay. This is a
This is,
okay.
you're able to open it over the second one.
It's not opening properly. There's some issue.
Yeah,
पता नहीं zoom out नहीं हो रहा है.
Here also it's not open tab.
Yeah, there might be an issue. But nice. Did you design this?
Yeah, but like I've referred some tutorials.
And what about this? Did you
Which
do it completely on Figma?
yeah, Figma.
This all the shadow and
Yes.
oh, very nice. Nice. Good. You have good UI skills.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and one more recent project is there.
You
It's
can do a thing. Okay. So this is your design or you're replicating the screens?
no replicating.
Okay, you're replicating. So I'll
Ah,
give you some site. It's really good. So you can check out any kind of interface. Abhi jo market mein existing interface, you'll get all the interfaces over there, and you
okay.
can directly take that interface in Figma, and it will all be editable. So you can replicate screens from there.
Okay. Basically, I was watching YouTube tutorials, how
Okay.
to use Figma and all. So
Figma is way more easier.
mhm.
Okay. This is glass for morphism. Nice. Nice. So you can take this icons. Actually, this is images. This is image. This is image.
So no, I'm not able to see that. Yes, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is images, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. This is really good. Yeah. Okay, you do understand the opacity and all that stuff also. Okay.
I get confused, while arranging this thing, basically the layouts.
Yeah.
Like basically while doing the layouts and all, no, that time I get confused.
Okay. Layouts.
Layout, auto layout and everything, no?
Auto layout. Okay. That can be little confusing. But okay. This is good as a beginner. You can try to look out for prototyping. That is more cool. Okay. We'll learn that anyways.
Okay.
Prototyping and advanced prototyping. All right, guys. किसी को कोई डाउट्स है? Any doubts?
अभी तो नहीं है, करने पे पता चलेगा.
ठीक है. Yes. All right. So we'll have next session on Wednesday.
Yes.
Another UX session.
Yes.
चलेगा.
Okay, ma'am.
All right, then I'll end the
Okay.
session. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.